Content warning. This is a horror game, and it is not intended for all audiences. Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasions has caused motion sickness in players. If either of these cause health issues for you, you can disable them in the game's preferences. Hello everybody and welcome back to all my fellow procrastinators to another episode of Slay the Princess. I'm Edge from Decidedly Distracted. Let's just...
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Welcome back to Slay the Princess. Last time we started this bundle of a game and finished one path. So let's see what happens this time.
You're here to slay him.
Because there's a lot to get done. Now you can see a previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard or R1 on your controller. End of the world. All of these have been reset, I think. Yeah, because we've already technically done it once, and now get to do it again. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Oh, hey, for once it's not fucking just...
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
See you to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
So we have a few options. And by a few, I mean, oh boy, do we have a lot of options.
The blade is your implement.
Let's just get through that. Take the blade or enter the basement. Do we just go? Last time we went down, we heard her out, and then we fought. That gave us Voice of the Stubborn and led to the last ending we had. So now I think we have a few other options. One is to see what, because one way or another seems like things are going to be like, we're going to get back to the start anyways. So we could go and see, like, let the princess free, see what the fuck happens. Or just go for the kill. Yeah, let's be a mindless slave to the narrator this time. Why not?
You take the blade from the table.
Into the basement. I
The
didn't
door to
notice
the
it last time, I
basement
don't
creaks open, revealing a...
Yeah, but now we actually have... Before it was just like hand point, now it's, hey, you have a knife. You know that because you have it. Hi, I think I'm here to kill you. Yeah, it's
Good.
down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason.
Yeah, shut up.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Alright, let's murder a princess, I guess.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Yeah, you heard the narrator. Time to roll credits. Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face.
Well, considering what we learned last time, I don't know if that still carries over here, but...
Is it over? Really over?
Of course she's dead, of course!
Yes, exactly. It's over.
Trust the narrator. That will never go wrong for us. Let's leave.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad.
That's fair.
But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
Cool.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
And wind right back at the start.
Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
What the hell?
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping I get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward.
Oh, God, that's...
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Cool, so now I'm locked up. Great.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
That bullshit.
Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
You the narrator? We're happy. I'm happy, I think. Where's here? I like it here. Oh, do you have any idea how to get us the heck out of here? Yeah, no, hell no. Have you any idea how to get the heck out of here?
But you're probably not going to like it.
Oh, boy.
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
You good, hero? Alright. God. Well, if the start wasn't obvious before, this is probably gonna do trigger warnings, I guess. If the start of the video didn't elaborate that already, trigger warnings. Anything to get us the hell out of this.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
This eternity is mind-numbingly dull and nothing. What eternity of bliss, of not thinking? What stimulus is here? That's hell
Fine.
for my ADHD.
Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Oh.
The end. Nice knowing you.
Chapter 2, The Spectre. Okay. Off to a
You're
great
on a
start.
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm already not enjoying this. Oh, you bastard! For now, I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time.
Oh.
We'll just do it again.
Oh, great, you.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Yeah, no, bye.
Oh. Do you think there's something else out there? Alright. Let's see what we can find. It's bound to be more interesting than doing the same thing over again. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nope. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. Perfectly okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. I'm gonna go walk in the opposite direction now. I'm actually pretty...
There won't be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be nothing forever.
Wow, that was kind of like what we already just had after we killed the princess. Imagine.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all. Oh, how quaint. He really wants us to go in there, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, no shit. Okay, I'm going to the cabin, sheesh.
That's great to hear. As long as you bring that fiery attitude to princess slaying, I think this will all resolve splendidly. Oh well. Cabin it is.
Lovely. Is there the mirror?
The
There's
interior
the mirror.
of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time.
I mean, even ignoring what happened in the first loop, considering they may have just left the princess here to rot, makes some sense.
Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Hello, mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Yeah, still.
There was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly, it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Okay, but... you know what? Screw it. Enter the basement. Bye, Blade. Not taking that.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
Oh, hey, look at that. Already slain.
Okay. She's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin.
Hi.
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Ghost!
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Who knows?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
That's fair.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
Yeah, sound effects do that. Jesus. Duh.
So she has a body, and she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again, if we wanted to. We don't even need a blade. She looks fragile enough to me.
I mean, she's already dead, though. Wait and see how things play out. Quite literally already
I
dead.
see you don't have that annoying knife anymore. So, does that mean you regret what you've done? Are you here to apologize and make nice? Beg for absolution, maybe?
I'm more confused than anything else, really.
Because I might be interested in seeing a little begging.
Okay, team, I'm out of ideas. Thoughts?
We could always try violence. It's worked for us so far.
No, not really.
She's a ghost. Who says ghosts are immune to violence? Common sense? There's nothing common or sensible about common sense. Action and observation are the only things that matter. Fine. Then let me observe that the acts of killing her and killing ourselves haven't got us much of anywhere. We're still back in this cabin, we're still dealing with her, only now she has a good reason to hate us. I suppose you have a point. Do you have any ideas then? We could always ask her what she wants. Oh, for the love of... Don't do that. Whatever she wants, it will end the world. And is that really so bad? Yes. It is by its very definition bad.
Yeah,
But those are the only options, aren't they? Violence or doing what she wants. Or just leaving her down here. Though ignoring a problem is rarely a solution, is it?
I feel called out by that last note. If I knew I'd wind up having to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. What do you want from me?
I just want the same thing I've always wanted. To go home. But this place won't let me go. At least, not alone. I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything will be fine. Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things. It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you own me.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. But I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly. You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
I mean, technically we have, what, another possible loop after this? Or was... hold on. I don't know for sure. Sounds great, do it. You know what? Sure, why not?
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
Eat shit, narrator.
See you soon.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
Bit late for that.
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body.
Oh, that did not sound good. At all.
You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
And then we get up. Sorry, stubborn voice isn't here right now.
Come on, you. You've got to get up.
Never mind.
I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Well, I'm not dead, so there's
Your
that.
eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor, are they also supposed to be you?
Oh, that's a fun analogy. Look at this.
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass, I'm
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
a voice? I'm me is what I am. Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
Fair enough.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too. I'm clearly the same thing you are.
Okay, but what about the big man?
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
Okay. Cool.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
Neat.
That's rude.
I mean, yeah, but...
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
Oh. Well, leave the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
Okay, but why though?
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world? It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world. Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world. I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn? Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door.
That's lovely. One sec. I'm gonna real quick save. Right there. There we go. Okay.
For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Or maybe he just kind of can't stop any of our actions.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate. And whine.
Yep, that too.
This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
On we go.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will.
Bullshit.
Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
You open the door.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. You collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... yes?
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose. But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Nero, you're going through an existential crisis. I'd ask that you stop.
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
Hitchhiking. Pick up a passenger and take her to her destination. Feel a lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
Anna, you actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, Killer.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I meant to be.
Oh, what? Right, that. You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Spore, of course you're scared. This is the end for you. But it's not the end for me. It's gonna be okay, just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared. Approach the mirror. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. You don't need to comfort him.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. See you on the other side. It's going to be okay. Approach the mirror. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Whatever makes you happy.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. The bloat. You've grown. I'm sorry, I've what? You find yourself in the long quiet once again. The long quiet. Save to the cabin. You are at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? Oh, I didn't realize that was a thing. What?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Huh. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Huh. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Kind of me than anyone else I've met. Why? What do you want me to bring you next time? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is vaporous. She is a dream for a life she could never have. But that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for an understanding heart. Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
Okay. Interesting. I don't want to hurt you, but the more times we go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me.
Right.
The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before.
Okay.
I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
What do you want me to bring next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Okay. Okay. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Okay. I am ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Let's go. Evanescent vessel. Bring the specter to her.
You're on a path
All right.
in the woods.
Let's skip through that. You know what? Let's just leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know?
This is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Maybe it was wrong better to wash our hands with the whole situation than to take part in it.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange.
Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Good, maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. I don't care, I'm not killing a princess. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. Yeah, you're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Oh yeah, well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again! In fact, I'm gonna just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place. Oh, fighting this is there. I have to go into the cabin, don't I? Fine. Oh, no, we're just gonna keep walking. Leave.
There's always a choice. let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Oh, the music cut off. That's cool.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Oh, that's noise. Why?
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those
What?
flickers weren't just a trick of light.
What?
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on?
I would also like the answer to that.
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Yeah, kind of.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Chapter 2, The Stranger. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
Oh, there's walls. Why are there walls? Yep, okay, into the cabin now, where I'm definitely going to slay that princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning before you go any further.
Uh-huh.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
The voice of the contrarian?
Ignore
What?
him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Okay, to the cabin.
The cabin interior is
Oh,
wrong.
what?
A
What?
confusing patchwork of many cabin
What?
interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space.
What's happening?
It's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Uh-huh.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
A fair few.
You can't just say that. But when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world.
Is no one else concerned over this?
And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Let's not.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
Yeah, that always works, telling someone to stay
How?
calm.
Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And
Okay.
quickly, if you don't mind.
Cool, sure, whatever.
Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task. You take the blade from the table. Okay, fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that.
What?
Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. We'll look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom.
Really? Reverse grip, man?
It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Grip as it is.
Great. You keep your grip the way it is. Your task awaits.
Say anything about the mirror on the wall?
Ooh, we should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
Why would you lie about that? What's the point? I just want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. Why would you lie about that? What's the point?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? If you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Mirror has so far not
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a
yet.
web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once.
Oh.
An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
And that is?
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Take the harsh center, soft stairs to the right. Soft stairs to the right.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet. The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern you might slip or tumble or lose your way. But the further you go, the deeper you sink in. First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all.
Oh, cool. Pillow
Soon
staircase.
enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight. The softness threatens to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence. It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought.
What?
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
Untether? Was that a thing from last time? I don't remember.
Physical sensations dull
Oh,
and
hey.
then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as... What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
I am so confused what happened.
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Huh. Sorry, I didn't realize I was here. It was weird, like I was pulled apart, put back together again. You know what happened to me? Sorry, I didn't realize I was here.
That's okay. Sometimes I forget where I am too.
Huh?
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face. She's so warm and friendly. It's deception. Don't buy into it.
I'm tired of waiting for an answer.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until... Until? It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality.
Uh-huh.
But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Oh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
What? Why is this 3 options at once? There's more of you now.
Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best.
What?
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
Oh great, now there's 3.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going.
No.
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? You could always start by stabbing her.
I mean, yeah.
Which her? Any of them. I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad we took that knife with us. I can't believe someone suggested you toss it out the window. Can you imagine?
Bruh.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
I only have one option, and it's all 3. What? Why? Screw it.
Wait, that's not right.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride.
Oh no.
You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. All at once you charge forward, knife aiming to slay the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
Yeah, same.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
Okay, there's something. Jeez, that is...
Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
And we're back.
falls apart.
What just happened?
I think he's gone. We were
Yep.
never going to salvage this, were we?
Nope.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit.
They just don't fit.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart and fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this.
Any second now, hands, if you want to...
How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Bruh, really?
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
It's going to be okay. Did I... But you'll never know if she hears your reply. Illusion of choice. When everything is possible, nothing is! Memories return.
She's gone. Where did she go?
Here before, you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now. It's
Not at the end, whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. You're not messing with us, right?
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. The decay. You've withered. Oh. What? You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin. Hello again.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Yeah, sorry, that's probably very confusing for you. How can you stand to be a contradiction? Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Oh. What do you think of this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and wall. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Interesting. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward. except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Okay. Ready to go back?
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
And everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1. Spirit Vessel. Bring the stranger to her.
You're on a path. You're here.
Cool. Well, I think that's a good place to leave this episode off. So, thank you all so much for watching this episode of Slay the Princess. I will see you all next time. Jana!